Question 3. What have you learned from your audience feedback? Throughout the entire production of my pieces, I conducted audience research and audience feedback. I conducted the audience research before planning occurred, as I wanted to get a detailed idea on what people want and expect to see from local newspapers. I also wanted to know who the readers are of local newspapers, as it would help me tailor my piece to match their needs. After completing my piece, I conducted feedback in order to see if the expectations were met and if I had created a successful newspaper. I created a survey on SurveyMonkey. This is an online website. Creating an online survey proved to be very beneficial, as it meant I could ask a number of people without having to do any physical research. The survey consisted of 7 questions, and due to my survey being online, I was able to get over 70 responses. I wanted to make sure a large number of people completed my survey, as this information is very vital. After asking questions on what their character profile is, such as what is your age, what is your gender, and what is your occupation, I asked the question, how do you read local newspapers? The result I received from this question proved to be very important. After finding out that the majority of people who completed my survey read newspapers online, I made sure I would include features consistent to being online. The most beneficial question in my audience research was, what topic interests you the most? This was hugely important, as the result I received meant in the planning stage I could create ideas and stories that were consistent to what the readers are most interested about. Living in Bristol and being an avid reader of existing Bristol newspapers such as the Bristol Post made it very easy in terms of knowing what the whole public want. I also used secondary research, pre-production, in order to get a better understanding of what the public want. So I researched census data to find out what the most common age group in Bristol is. The audience feedback survey was conducted post-production. In the survey, I showed some of the people who completed my pre-production survey not only if the product I had created was a successful attempt in creating a realistic newspaper, but also if there are any improvements I can make. Knowing whether or not there are any improvements I can make was very useful, as it meant I could make any adjustments or changes to make my piece better. Also, asking questions such as whether or not promotions and offers are important factors to why people purchase newspapers, then I can make sure any promotions I created were dominant in the piece or not. I also received feedback on my ancillary radio advertisement. The majority of the feedback I received was very positive in terms of the script and manner of the speech. However, one thing that was mentioned by a few people I asked was that the background audio was slightly too loud, which made the person speaking sound drowned out.
Hey Ramel, I listened to your radio ad and really enjoyed it. However, I think to make it better, you could make the background music quieter.
Hey Ramel, I really liked the script of your ad, but I think to make it better, you can either change the background music or make it so that it's a little quieter.
I took on the feedback I received by re-editing the audio after spending time on how to get the clearer sound where the words are comprehensible and it complements the background music. My radio advert improved massively. It sounded much more professional and realistic. Overall, the feedback I received was massively useful, as it not only improved my piece, but it gave me the opportunity to establish whether or not I had followed the conventions.